Hi, this is Linda Welsh from Linda Welsh Realty Group at Compass. So I wanted to talk to all of you sellers out there about what's going on in the market, but also what's coming this month in Austin and actually all over the country. So a lot of you have a lot of questions. You've probably been hearing the news, and you probably also heard about the NAR and DOJ lawsuit. What you want to know is, how is that going to affect you? So number one is, we have seen a reduction in prices in general over the past year or two. That's partly because we saw a ridiculous increase in prices in a crazy market, probably partially due to COVID, in 2020 to 2022. So as a correction to that, and because inflation really got out of hand, we saw increasing interest rates. Increased interest rates meant that there were fewer buyers who were able to buy. And we also saw a reduction in prices to try to meet that demand because there were less buyers in the market. We do expect some adjustments in those interest rates to happen at least by September, and possibly again at the end of the year. And this should greatly impact the market and will probably mean that a lot of people will jump back in. We will see more buyers in the market, more buyers who can afford the houses that they want to buy, and more sellers jumping in because they know where they're going to go next. Hopefully that will give us a big boost in the market and will allow people to move on to their next home. So buyers need to be prepared for this and realize that they're also going to be competing with other buyers, and sellers are also going to be competing because more sellers will jump in. So this will be an interesting time. We don't expect that things will get crazy again like they did in 2020 and 2022, but we will see a more evening out of the market and perhaps more inventory. And this will be across the board for both new homes, new construction, resales, and investment properties. So some of the questions that people are going to have also in regards to selling is, what does this mean for me because of the NAR and DOJ lawsuit? What this means is that we are going to have new forms that we must use. There's going to appear to be more options. Although commissions have always been negotiable, that hasn't been the general feeling among buyers and sellers. They always thought that those commissions were set in stone. They've always been negotiable. Having said that, it's sort of like going to your doctor. If you're going to go to a doctor, you're going to go to one who kind of knows what they're doing, is going to be very proficient, has done a lot of those surgeries if you're going to be going in for a surgical procedure, and one who is well respected and can prove that either through peer reviews or for personal referrals. So the real estate market is much the same way. You're going to find that there's a lot of variables out there, and there always have been, but the general consensus was that the people thought there was a set rate. So having said that, we are going to have new forms, and the offer of compensation to a buyer's agent is no longer going to be visible on the listing. So if a buyer comes out to look at a property, they're going to call the listing agent or get in touch with them in some way, and they're going to say, what are you and the seller offering for me to represent the buyer to purchase this home? So it doesn't mean that a seller is not going to offer a commission anymore. It just means that it may be negotiable up front, and then there may be different paperwork. That means that if a buyer's unwilling or unable to pay their own agent, then the seller or the listing agent is still going to offer the commission. It's just not going to be visible on the MLS to the other side. So in many cases, we may not see things change a lot, but there are options, and it is a little tricky to navigate these forms. So I'm happy to review them with you and help you understand how this is going to change the market going forward. All of this comes into place around August 13th to 17th. And because of that, you need to be prepared, and you need to understand what the market is doing, and also what you need to do to get prepared for it if you're thinking about selling your home. So if you're thinking about selling your home, there's also things you can do to prepare your home. And of course, to understand what pricing might look like for your property in your neighborhood and what the recent sales show us your home may be worth. So we would love to help you navigate this new season in real estate. Please give us a call if I can answer any questions whatsoever, or give you some information on other properties that you might be interested in, or have sold in your neighborhood. Again, it's Linda Welsh from Linda Welsh Realty Group at Compass. Give us a call.